Hi there, my name is Mayank Goyal, founder of Hop Financial Solutions, India's first cross-border new banking platform. So this video is the final video in the savings category of the financial literacy video series that we're doing. We decided to make this video a bit more exciting. We've created a very simple Excel-based tool which gives you basic categorization of your expenses, the typical ranges for each category, and also helps you chart out the wealth creation over the next 50 years for a certain savings per month and a certain interest rate. Now this video is by no means the holy grail. This just gives you a very rudimentary understanding of some of the elements of savings and the multiplication of wealth over time. So let me take a moment and run you through this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet is kind of very simple. What we try to do here is that we've tried to give you an understanding of how the power of compounding works. And if you were to save a certain amount of money per month, compounding at a certain interest rate, what the wealth creation would look like over the course of next 50 years, right? So the three variables that you can play around with are your total annual salary, the percentage of saving, and the amount of interest rate you expect to earn over the course of next 50 years. We've highlighted that in D1, row 5 and row 18. This has been highlighted as yellow for you to have it easily accessible to be able to change and play around. So these instructions are present on the instruction video. Let's kind of move on to the master sheet now. So as you can see, the three variables that are accessible for you to change are the income, which is highlighted in cell D2. So let's say your total income happens to be around 10 lakh rupees per annum. You can then change the amount of savings or potential savings that you have per month or per year. There are two ways to do that. Either you can change the number here, let's say 35%, or you can move this bar and scroll it around, and the numbers would change automatically, right? So let's say you have a total savings of about 25%. Now, what we've tried to do here is that we have some recommended ranges around the typical categories, which are savings, rent, transport, and so on and so forth. By no means are these kind of market, holy grail. This will obviously drastically vary from person to person. Depending upon the percentage of savings that you've indicated in row 5, we have taken a ballpark estimate of how much the rest of the columns would look like. Again, these numbers are certainly not fixed and would vary from person to person, but these are just ballpark numbers. We've then translated that into an INR figure as well. The last thing that you might want to change is the interest rate, right? So again, you can do it using the scroll bar or enter the number in. Let's say that happens to be around 10%. Then we've gone ahead and plotted the savings per month for the next 50 years. We've assumed that the amount of savings is constant over the next 50 years, which you can see here in column C, right? We've then kind of done some calculation to understand if let's say in 20,883 rupees per month saving was to accumulate at the rate of 10% interest over the course of next 50 years, what the final figure would look like. The final figure would be somewhere around 30 crores or there and thereabout in 50 years time, out of which only 1.25 crores would have been your contribution as principal. The rest, entire 29 crores would have been as interest. That really shows you the power of compounding. Only 4% in principal, rest 95% in interest. You can also see that depicted on the right-hand side. The blue line is your principal, the orange line is your interest, and the gray is the total amount that you would end up saving or earning. We've shown the split of the interest and the principal in this chart below. 96% is in interest, as we spoke about, and principal is 4%. Now, one interesting exercise for you to do is that, let's say if you were to bring this interest rate all the way to 0, right? you would see that the chart changes, and the only amount that you end up saving, of course, is your principal, but that is as little as 1.2 crores, right? But as and when you keep moving the interest rate, let's say 5% at a time, you can see how the compounding really is showing effect, right? So at 10% is the figure we spoke about, where 95% of the amount is being earned through interest and only 4% odd through principal, right? And you can also see that the compounding really starts to show off after about 15-20 years, right? So if you can see around here at around at 2041, you're not seeing much effect, right? But from there on, it really explodes and has that exponential effect, which is quite interesting to see. This video ends the saving section of our video series. From the next video onwards, we'll be starting with the investment section. Hope you liked the video, and if so, please click the bell icon and subscribe. Thank you.